Why don't we start with the budget deal and get it out of the way? Because I know a lot of people were confused. There were a lot of issues on the table. I think the initial reaction from some folks on the liberal side, and I'm talking now not about politicians, but about people around the country as well. Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? Where does this leave the programs we care about, like Social Security? So, what's your take on that?
It is a great thing. Um, People who support Social Security should be very pleased. As you know, Washington opponents of Social Security have keep trying to take hostages to cut Social Security. So the debt limit has been a hostage in the past. Now we don't have to worry about the debt limit till March of 2017. Shutting down the government has been another threat to try to get at Social Security. This budget deal agreed on top line numbers for the next 2 years. And in addition, a very serious hostage that was looked like it would be taken in the lame duck of 2016, which is the worst time to have Congress act on Social Security, involved rebalancing the trust funds. That was taken care of this legislation. That's now done through 2022. So that gives us lots of time to work on expanding Social Security. And on top of all of that, they took care of the Medicare premium that was going to go up so substantially on 30% of the beneficiaries. So there was a lot of good in this bill. And the ransom that was paid was quite insignificant. I would consider it fig leaves for opponents of Social Security. So it was a real win, and it's a time now to go on offense, which really leads to the bills you were talking about.
Yeah, and we will turn to those bills in a second. But first of all, I think we'd be remiss, Nancy, if we didn't, before we move on, name names. When we talk about hostage takers in Washington, we're talking about Republicans, right?
Oh, definitely. We're talking about, well, now John Boehner and Mitch McConnell were part of these. So, but Paul Ryan, the new speaker, is very dangerous. He's very smart. And he is an Ayn Rand, libertarian type, and has been gunning for Social Security and Medicare for a long time. So those are the people who in the past have said no. And in fact, as you may recall, the very first day of this Congress, the Republicans in the House had a rule change which said they were not going to do this simple rebalancing. So it's very fortunate that it was done after all in the budget deal.
Yeah, I wonder, and I don't know if we're in a position to answer it or you are, but I wondered when I saw this deal go through, was this something that only an outgoing Republican speaker could have gotten done?
Well, I've been joking that we really have the Pope to thank for this for this excellent deal. I think it was a couple things. I think number one, the Republicans really wanted to be able to blame John Boehner and give Paul Ryan a fresh start. So it was important that everything got folded into this bill. And on top of that, I think the lead negotiators were Harry Reid, who's a strong supporter of Social Security, and Nancy Pelosi. And I think they did an excellent job negotiating.
Well, that's great to hear.